Hey, can you hear me now?
Man, nobody can hear what you're saying, man.
I'm asking Brittany. I'm not talking to you.
I'm asking you. Nobody can hear what you're saying, man.
I'm not talking.
Who cares what you got to say, bro?
Brittany, can you hear? Brittany, can you hear me? The white toys. Okay, how about that? Can you hear me now? That's much better.
Do we need to switch? Do we need to switch them or not?
No, I think what you
got
think?
it?
Yeah, look like it should be okay. It's fine. Can you hear me? It's fine. Yeah,
Nobody want to hear you, man.
Man, you want to hear what I gotta say?
Let's go, Patriots. Who that? Who that, Pat?
You know what? A Falcon fan must have did you real bad, man.
Why you said that?
Cause you always got something bad to say about the Falcons. They must have did you real
I've never
bad.
said nothing bad about the Falcons.
I
just said go
Pats. Yeah.
That's it.
A Falcon fan must really hurt your feelings.
I patted the Pats on the shoulder,
Oh
man.
yeah, they must really hurt.
What they
your
got to do with
feelings.
the Falcons? Exactly.
Hey, how you doing this afternoon?
Good, man.
Yeah.
You good?
How was your week?
Week was good, man. Had a real good week, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm back on it, man. Been on the treadmill. I got my little mile in the day.
Oh, you did?
I got set in the sauna. Yeah,
Okay.
man. I've been trying to get
that
it in.
sounded good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That thing is real good.
Yeah, man. I've been dealing with a lot. Well, I've been dealing with a lot this week. My bad, man. My bad.
yeah,
dealing with a lot.
yeah.
Unless you've been going through some things, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, man, I was telling Tim about that sauna, right? He said, I'm gonna give him one. You know, so he said he's going to work out. He's going to work with his cousin, right? So I said, so Tim, what you got to do? He said, Alvin, I've been working out. I said, you got to work out to go to work? Yeah, man. Last time I was down there, he kicked my ass.
He said them knees is killing him.
I said, bro, you know you're an old man. Leave it alone, bro. You retired. Leave it alone. You can't work like no fella. No, I ain't going to let it beat me. I said, okay, then. All right, then keep on. You know? So he couldn't get out the bed, man, for a whole day. I'm like, okay.
That's the way you felt after the Super Bowl. Y'all lost the Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, you can't get out of bed for a whole day, too.
I went to work. And I ain't want nobody to say nothing to me.
You ain't went to work.
The first,
you went to work and locked the door.
I told you, boy, Falcon fans must really treated you bad, man. I heard this week, you know, Brian Kelly got fired.
Good job.
And
he deserved it.
Also, I heard the governor say that he would be the one to choose the next head coach.
Man, he don't go sit his tail on somewhere. That clown, man. How you ain't got nothing to do with football? You a political figure for the state. Stay in your lane.
Wait a minute. What happened to the AD?
They fired him. Well, they worked it out. They worked it out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened. If you're LSU fan, you know.
Tell the people what happened. Sorry, Tigers.
LSU went ahead and fired Kelly because Kelly wasn't getting the job done. Everybody said it's blatant. But then they went in and fired the athletic director, Woodward. Woodward was a great AD. Woodward brought the women NBA, the women's basketball coach in, Mulkey. Mm-hmm. He brought in the baseball coach. They won 2 championships in the last 3-4 years. Yeah. Like, they're winning. Yeah. The track and field won a championship. Gymnastics under his watch. So he's bringing championships to the school. Yeah. But this governor, the Louisiana governor, Landry, you chump, he gonna get on TV and holler about, oh, well, the next AD, he ain't gonna pick the coach. He ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. We gonna decide who picked the coach. And they gonna holler about, I may let Donald Trump pick the coach.
So let me ask you this: is he a Republican or a Democrat?
You know, he kissing Donald Trump boots, man. You heard what the man said? I may let Donald Trump. You need to sit down somewhere. You running away our talent. You running away our coaches, and go hide in the corner, man. Leave sports alone.
Well, so now back probably about 7 to 8 months ago when he first got in the office.
Yeah.
That was his thing. He wanted to touch college sports, and everybody kicked against it, right? Matter of fact, he brought Nick Saban in and talked to him, right?
Yeah,
he wanted to give him a position, right, over the college football program. Well, not just football program, but over the college sports. Yeah. I'm like, huh? So since when sports become politics?
It's intertwining, and it's up north. I don't think it's that bad, but down in the south, oh, it's like that. Oh, it's like that. Oh, yeah.
The red states.
Oh, yeah, the red. And it's all it's about. They want control of everything. They got to control everything. And a lot of money go through LSU. They want to control everything and have his name intact to that. Like, I did this, I did that. Are we making sure this? Like, you ain't got nothing to do with football, man. Go sit down.
Right.
Did you see what Ryan Clark said?
Yeah.
Ryan Clark ate him up, man.
Yeah,
like,
Ryan
they got
Clark.
other things to worry about.
Right.
Man, Louisiana, you the governor of the state. Louisiana has the highest crime rate out of all the states in the United States.
Right.
Louisiana has they're the most poverty state in the United States. What are you, the governor, worried about what the hell football doing?
Well, he should be worried about that snap, because
yeah.
Mike Johnson, his buddy up there said, hey, we ain't doing this right here. And guess what? Y'all in charge of one of the poorest districts that exists in the state of Louisiana, man. And this is what they're doing? Talking about hiring a football coach.
You say district, I'm talking about state.
Yeah,
from top to bottom, the whole state.
I'm just talking about, with Mike Johnson district,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
like this,
wow.
these clowns worried about stuff that don't even matter. You need to be worried about these kids not having nothing to eat, these mothers fighting and struggling to get these kids something to eat and for them to eat. Right. That's wrong, man. 100% wrong.
Man, and he talking about a coach, right? But that goes on to show, those Kelly boys all think they too good.
No, I can't. I told you I can't stand it. Look, Kelly is
the other Kelly boy. Where is he at? The other coach at. Where is he coaching at?
Man, listen, Kelly's a great recruiter, but he can't coach, man. He can't coach.
Now they say he was real, they say he was nasty, really. They say he was anytime he lost, he would just throw a tantrum.
Oh yeah, a spoiled child. Yeah. And Ryan Clark also said, because he involved with LSU a lot. He behind the scene with the players, and a lot of those players when they go have camps and stuff. Ryan will be there. Ryan will talk to him, introduce himself, even work. He used to work with some of the players. And so he involved. He know what's going on, and he was like he lost the locker room. He don't connect with the players. And after a certain age, some of them coaches do check out. And Ryan Clark was saying he checked out. He shouldn't even been. We should have never got that man to be a coach of LSU. That was dumb. We shouldn't even did that. We should have waited, let the interim take over until we could find a guy that we want and needed. And they jumped the gun on that. And we paying for it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that they should have put a cap on age as far as coaches being hired on a college level as well as on a pro level?
Not only that, they should do it on the presidency too. But back to football. Hey, they should. I think they should. I think what you put on the field speaks volumes. Right. So he been at Notre Dame for so long. They never won nothing. I mean, why bring him down? You coming to the SEC? Wow. It's guerrilla tactics down here. You got offenses and defenses. A lot of these college kids ready to go pro.
So he was trapped up in that system.
He was trapped up in that system,
and he didn't know how to bring that and just turn it around when you got to the SEC.
You got to evolve. There's different football down here in the SEC. Everybody know that.
Oh yeah.
You could be physical, offense, defense, special teams. Yeah.
Everything is physical.
Everything. You in the SEC, it don't matter what you rank, no matter what your number is. Right. They come into play every Saturday.
It goes back to what Nick Saban say, hey, them in the Big Ten, all the Power 12, whatever, they can play a ranked team every other week or maybe once a year. But in SEC, every game is just like playing a top 10 team.
Come on back home, Nick. You can do it. We pay you whatever you want. Hey, look, your offer's still available, man. Come on back.
Who you think that? I think he regretted that too. I think he regretted.
He said that on the pivot with Ryan Clark and them. He said his biggest regret of coaching was leaving LSU. I think he left too soon. I think he should have stayed another at least 3-5 years. He should have hung around. And I think that he still think about it to this day. But with so much the portals and that money, I think he checked out. I don't think he will come back and coach. Yeah. We need to call him and just see. Yeah, but I don't think he coming back.
He said he with the NIL money. That kind of freaked him out, right? Because he could order all the kids and say, "Put your keys on my desk," right? And I mean the whole team put the keys on the desk, all the challenges and charges and all the keys on the desk. Man, you do it now, man. The kids will look at you like, man, come on.
I would love to have Freeman from Notre Dame coach, but with all this going on, that man, he's a hell of a coach too. So it's gonna be tough to pull him from Notre Dame. And they talked about Kiffin, but Kiffin built something over there in Ole Miss. I don't think he gonna let that go.
But and then also too, what you got to be careful is those comments that you made too.
Yes.
Anytime that you bring the president of the United States inside something, right? Everybody know what's going on in the world now. Everybody know what's happening.
And if you're a young athlete, you see this. Why would I go play that? Now the parents asking questions. Hey, look, y'all brought my son in for a visit, and he's thinking about going here. What the hell going on with y'all government? This is y'all running this like this?
And coming from that state too. Louisiana, because you got lots of kids that do come over from there, you know.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, that state right there, they produce athletes, great athletes, so you have to be real careful.
Hey,
Al,
Al, did you see what the governor Landry said about the Charlie Kirk statue?
No, I didn't. Man, bring me up to date on that one, please.
People, y'all pay attention to this. This man has a podcast, some show he got. I forgot the name of it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He was on LSU on campus, and we have a statue of the tiger. So he over there next to the statue talking about he need people to support putting a Charlie Kirk statue on the campus of LSU. But if they do that shit, I'm burning my hats, my socks, my shirts, anything with LSU. I'm throwing that shit in the trash, man. Y'all better not do that shit. That's fucked up, man.
I'll help you. I
bring
the gasoline can.
Oh, man.
Help you pour it over there. Right?
And like, again, what are you bringing politics on the college campus for? Y'all don't have there's no statue of Martin Luther King down there, so why we got to put another statue of anybody else?
I hate to really, I just want to ask the question, right? I hear this guy, and God bless his soul, right?
Yeah.
Name be brought up all the time. What did he do so great, that want this,
Al, at the beginning, Charlie Kirk he was highly on the church, was pushing that church stuff, but it wasn't moving like he wanted to. Okay. So them billionaires got in his pocket, started giving them money to go to college campuses and just to turn stuff the other way and have arguments and confrontations and conflicts. So he switched, and after that, it's like he had the gun aimed at African Americans. Every negative thing he could say about African Americans, DEI, all this stuff. So, and that's why people are opposed to that. Like, at the beginning, maybe he was doing the right thing, but before he passed, he wasn't.
Yeah. And
being a minority in this country and being a fan of LSU, no, I don't want that on my campus. Hell nah.
I understand.
Shit, tell Landry your cool ass need to go sit down somewhere.
I understand.
You need to.
Well, what you think? Let me ask you then. Let's talk about another beef that's going on.
What's that?
DL Hughley and Marcellus.
Hey, it's beef every other week, man.
Yeah, it is. It is, right?
Hey, it might be you and Stephen A next week.
I want Stephen to come on inside the real room. Bring it on.
Man, tell him, poke your chest out and say it,
I said, bring it on, Stephen. Stephen A. Yeah, I'm telling you, come on inside the real room. Boy, we can get on.
Tell him, man. I feel
fake apology that you gave that lady.
That man apology was fake?
Man, hey, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you this right here. If he hadn't got all that smoke, do you think he would apologize?
No, them people told him to go apologize.
Yeah,
the people, hey, ESPN got on the phone hey, man, go straighten this out.
Right.
It wasn't sincere, man.
No, it wasn't sincere, man. It was
a joke.
But, and I do understand. I'm coming back to that, but I do understand what she said, right? Her constituents ain't worried about the way she talk. They worried about what she do,
what
right?
She doing.
And my thing is, right, that coming from a black man when all these black females are under attack.
Yes.
Now they're under attack. We need to support them more and more.
He ain't said nothing about Landry. You need to be talking about Louisiana Governor Landry, making comments about sports. Sports is your thing.
Yeah.
Get on it. Shit.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's coming up in the next week or so.
We'll have to call him, man. We'll have to call him, get him on the show.
Yeah. We need to, with his loud mouth. Let's see what he got. Let's.
We'll have to mute his mic.
Turn it off. Yeah, so what you think about that beef going on between?
Man, it's like every other week is a beef, man. But I listened to DL Hughley.
Okay.
And I listened to, what's his name? Marcellus
Wiley.
I used to be like in between. I try to stay out of mess, don't pick a side, just hear what everybody got to say.
Right.
But after listening and seeing this, it's like a circus, man.
Yeah.
And Wiley, a former football player, used to play for y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Did he play for y'all?
He played for the Patriots, didn't he?
Somebody.
He played for Cowboys. He played for the Bills.
Okay, Cowboys and Bills.
Yeah, because I thought he played for y'all.
No.
So he's a former football player. He has football knowledge. He went to school, got a couple degrees or whatever.
Columbia University in New York.
In New York, yeah. So like he got common sense, he got good knowledge. Cool. But the way that he's so divisive with everything, I can't stand that. From what I've seen and how he responds to things, it could be like a something about racism, a blatant racism. You can see it with your eyes closed. That's how obvious it is.
Right.
And he'll try to spin it and turn it. Well, maybe they just don't like this person. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And that's where my problem coming at.
Right.
Cause him and your boy, what's the other dude name?
Who, Vance Jones?
No, the other guy.
Who,
his best friend. They best friends.
Jason Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock. So they flock together. They best friends. So there's a lot of that intertwined in that. It's like once these people with money get in your pockets, you change. Like you ain't the same person you used to be, because you got to play by their rules now, and that's some of what they doing now, man. Everything is so political, and they pushing the issues that they want pushed instead of you being real about how you feel about stuff. And that's my problem with him. I don't think he genuine about a lot of things he talk about,
right.
man.
Well, he twisted that now. He twisted that and said that was D.L. Hughley. Say, hey, he played by a code.
Yeah.
He really twisted it and say, yeah, you was in a game. So it's a code, and you still in a game, and you just don't know. You're in a game of the Democrat. He just, went for. So he twisted it. He twisted it.
And you on the other side, he a Republican. So you in a game too. So what's the difference?
Right.
He keep trying to make it like, well, DL, you trying to make me do it. He didn't say that. DL said, I just don't like you.
Right.
Period. That's what he said. He said that on the show. It's like he named him, Whitlock, and Van Jones. Van Jones another one too. I used to like Van Jones, but once they got in his pockets, he another one. He didn't turn. He was one. He was a Democrat, but he was straddling the line. Like he would say what's real and what's not, and he was very, very knowledgeable about things that was going on.
Oh yeah.
But now he don't flip the script.
Well, let me ask you this question right here. Okay, just looking at where everybody came from. DL was born in Virginia, but then they moved a couple of weeks to South Central LA. Wiley, he's a Haitian, but he ended up coming out of Compton, right? Yeah. So and I say it like this, with the beginnings in the areas, poor areas, not having everything that they want to have as a kid, everything.
Growing
like
up in poverty.
So you grow up, exactly. You grow up in poverty. So you grow up, you start making money.
Yeah.
And then you flip the script. To me, you flip. That's what
you forget where you came from.
Yeah, you forget where you came from. You flip the script, right? What do you think about guys like that?
I hate that, and that's one of the biggest problems with African American communities.
Right.
Like if you make it, you done found a path to get where you at.
Right.
You drop down the rope and you pull somebody else up.
Yeah.
Even if you mentor younger kids, do stuff like that. That's cool. Right. That's cool. Right. Like do that. Give back to where you come from. Give back to your community. Right. And many athletes, they're starting to get more involved, which I like and I respect that now.
Right.
But like 10 years ago, people really wasn't doing that. And now we have more millionaires in this country. And like I love what LeBron, like for example, LeBron James. The guys he grew up with, you part of the team. You got a job, you got a job. Now let's build on this, lift each other. Right. So now we say all these families, your family have money, this family have money. We all got money now. Right. And that's how it should be. If everybody did that and came together and quit being so opposing each other, we'd be in a better place.
Now,
man.
if you want to call a code, that's a code.
That's a code.
That's a code. If you want to say sticking together, bringing everybody along together, that's a code.
That's a code.
And LeBron get a lot of flack, right? But I haven't seen him turn his back on anybody that need it, right?
Never.
And bringing people up and say, hey, let's put this thing together, right? Even when it come down to him and Maverick Carter doing TV shows, right? Yeah. They doing that 106 in Park, what is it? 106 in Sport?
Yeah, in sports on BET.
With Cam. Yeah. So, I'm looking at this. That's a code right there.
Yeah, and it's enough money out there for everybody to have some. And to build. Like it ain't just about you having; it's about the people around you having too. Right. And that's what I love. That's one of the biggest things I love about LeBron.
So, and we talking about the codes. I do understand both of you guys. From South LA. Yeah. I do like what DL said. Right. He said, "I'm trying to help somebody, and you trying to hurt somebody." Right. So in looking at that situation right now, and the question I asked you about. Them getting up and then just really turning their back on on really, to me, you turn your back on your race. Yeah. We talked about that with Stephen A. and everything like that. And I think, that you can help one another out, but you don't have to break each other down.
And that's the biggest the biggest thing. And one thing I love about Darryl Hughley, to get back on that. Right. He like he's saying, this is who I was, right? And I'm growing. This is who I'm going into becoming. Because you don't stop just because he holler about you 60 years old. It don't matter how old you is, you grow. You learn something new every day, and he's doing that. I love the fact that DL not afraid and he speak out. And like he said, you a podcaster. I'm a broadcaster. Like
That's what
he
he said,
he
yeah.
touched millions of people.
Right.
I be on the road
Right.
and I catch a station he on and he talking and he uplifting people, but
Right.
and he not afraid to speak out. What if something is right or something is wrong? And that's what we need more of instead of everybody being at each other.
Being at each other and tearing each other down.
Yes.
You know, and I don't think it's right. You know,
Nah.
It's no room for it. If you ask me, it's no room for it. Me personally, if somebody comes and say, Alvin, can you assist me to do this? I've done this so many times, right?
Yeah.
Instead of charging them, I say, this is what you can do. You can take this step. You can take that step right there. You know, I'm not trying to charge them for something that they don't even know how to do. But most of all, they don't have the money to pay me to do it. You know, and so, you know, you and that's called helping my brother out. You know, and it ain't only got to be a black person; it can be anybody that needs some help, right? You know, and I'm like, okay.
Quick question: since they leaned into that, Wiley said about so now you're a Democrat, meaning he's a Republican. Do you think in today's society right now that an African American man could be a Republican?
You said today's society.
Today's society, not
now you can't go
5 years, 10 years ago.
No, you can't go
Today's
back because we
society.
started off as Republicans, so you can't go back.
Yeah.
You can say in today's society, right? You know, now this is what I'm gonna say, and it's just like we say on the podcast, right? Everybody have an opinion, right? To each his own. Everybody have an opinion. I feel in that to each his own, right? But it's a limit.
Yeah,
it's a limit. You know, just because you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, I don't beat up on you. I ain't got to talk about you.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about the females. I don't have to talk about, you know, you and man, what you did back in the past. No, bro. What people don't realize, right? Republican or Democrat, you're supposed to be working for the American people.
bottom line.
That's what you're supposed to be doing, right? You ain't supposed to be tearing the country up and tearing it down. You stopping the country with a government shutdown over what? Because you don't want to help the people get affordable health care.
Yeah.
Do anybody know about the Obamacare? You know, and that it ain't about that. It's about Obama's name.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's about his name, his legacy. That's
and
what it's about.
They want to erase that.
Yeah, they want to erase that right there. But it helps so many people out, right? Because what you're talking about, a tax premium that reduces your premium that you pay each month. At the end of the year, I see people come in my office with that 1095A, right? That premium for that year might have been $20,000. But they had the subsidies to help them out pay that premium.
Yeah,
Are
bring
you
it
talking
down.
about taking that away from them? It would be it's reckless. It's reckless. So when we talk about what are you Democrat or what are you a Republican, you should be working for the American people.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of what race it is, right there. I can be a Republican, but I can do the right thing about the people. I could be a Democrat, but I can do the right thing about the people. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
You got a house that's divided when you should be divided over what?
Yeah.
You holding money that's already that money set aside to make sure people get their SNAP benefits, right? And you talking about stopping it? The money already there.
Money been there. It might have been there. Your president said no. We're not doing it.
No, take that back. Your president. You know, my president is Barack Obama.
Hey, then the judge say, "Oh yeah, you gonna figure this out."
Yeah.
He gonna holler about, "Well, I gotta see how the judge want us to do it." You ain't gotta figure that, man. Please.
The man said, "Okay, they want me to figure it out. How can I figure it out? You figured out for the military to get paid.
Just
right?
did it the other week. You just did it.
What do you think about that? You know, do you think black men should not be Republicans? They should only be Democrats. What do you think about that?
My personal opinion, I think every African American person should be an independent. Period.
Okay.
I think we should lean.
Okay.
I think we should lean to whoever got something for us.
Okay.
If it's the right side, if it's the left side,
Right.
because we lean heavy on Democratic Party.
Right.
I do. I vote Democratic 100%. But it's time for us to. We need to settle down and put our foot down and let people know whoever looking out for us, whoever got our best interest, that's who we vote for. Because it's political stuff. We're so tied up now. And the crazy part is, it's not like it was 10 years ago where Republicans and Democrats was basically the same. Republicans was put their belt on tight, don't want big brother looking over your shoulder. And now it's a totally different party.
Right.
Democrats are more soft, forget wars, make sure the people are taken care of. So that's why I lean to that side more. But personally, it's bad people on both sides. People do stuff in the back though that we don't know about, and wash their hands clean and stuff, and smiling in our faces and kicking us in our back, which is wrong for both parties. That's why I say every African American should be independent. Let them earn the right to have my vote. Why should I vote for you?
True.
Because most of the time they get in office, Republicans and Democrats, and don't do shit for us.
Well, and that's it. It becomes, excuse me, it become a pissing contest, right? That's what it become, right?
Yeah.
Because, I'm like, okay, yeah, and I saw some, Senator Warner and what's the other guy that's from Georgia?
I saw.
They crossed the line. They went and they voted for the bill for the Republicans, right? And you know what that was about? That was to make sure that the government would get open back up. Sometimes you have to cross the line to make sure things happen, right?
Yeah.
Don't mean that you're selling out. A lot of people say they're selling out. No. What they're looking at for the well-being and the welfare of the American people. That's what you should be looking at. Hey, let me ask you this right here. If Donald Trump had ran as a Democrat, right, would you have voted for him?
Hell no.
Okay.
Shit.
That's right. And you know why? Because it don't make no difference about what party he represents. It's his thinking. It's his theories, right?
And everything, all the shit he talked about, what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And he doing it. He doing it even with that at Prop 2025.
Project 25.
They came with the book that this is his playbook. Nobody wanted to listen.
Oh, check this out. You remember when we talked about that? That was last year. That Project 25, right?
Yeah.
Somebody, and we ought to say, everybody, your comments or whatever you say, that's what you say. That's what's on your mind. That's what's on your heart, right? Somebody said, oh, you guys, you need to be studying, right? You don't know what the Project 25 is all about. Right? And I was like, okay, and I was like, okay, hey, that's your opinion. But I want to ask that same person who said that, do you think now that the Project 25 is not out here on the table? Do you think now that they're not doing what they say they're going to do?
Yep.
Okay.
All the federal jobs. All that causing chaos, cutting benefits for cutting the Department of Education, cutting benefits for Americans that we deserve, that we have every right to get.
Exactly.
Cutting all that, want to slash Social Security, all that. That's on them. It was in the book. It's in the book.
Hey, the federal government from day one, since he took that over, the federal government, they've been fining people, they've been laying off people. It ain't about this shutdown. They be doing it for
before.
Months.
Remember they had your boy Elon Musk running through the government with those, killing everything.
Yeah, he got used.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, he got kicked to the curb.
What? Just like that flashlight went on and off.
Yep.
Now you on, now you off, right? So it's and I looked at this right here, and as we talk about this right here, we talking about come Monday we'll be in one of the longest shutdowns that the government has had, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Talk to me.
Who you think has been the president with both of the longest shutdown?
Him. It's obvious.
Exactly.
Him. And the thing about it, like, if we didn't have the money, it'd be one thing. But we had the money. They just gave all that money to Argentina.
How can you make peace in another world somewhere and you don't have peace in the United States?
It's chaos.
Yeah.
You got our National Guard in cities. Like, what the hell are we doing?
You can see the military on American soil. Now I'm talking about on American soil.
Yeah.
Right? You see the military on American soil, and you telling them, man, you arresting people, you beating people down, right?
And even worse than that, ICE.
Yeah. It's one of those things right there where we seeing it.
Yeah.
We seeing it. We are seeing it. We're seeing it. But guess what?
What's that?
1 year, 2026, a year from this month right here, we have the opportunity to change it. So I want to ask America, what are you going to do?
It's starting. That shift is starting. With them elections they having now, it's starting. You can see the swing, and like many of those voters are going back from red to blue. The people on the line don't know who to vote for because they see what's going on and see that a lot of people in office don't care. And the Democrats are saying, like, no, people need this. We go fight for that. And they seeing that. So they're saying, like, well, we need to vote this way. We don't need put another Republican in there, and they don't care. And they go by whatever Trump say. Like, this is the worst time ever in politics.
It's very worst time. You know what? I'm going to say this right here about the SNAP, right? 17% of the rural county is on SNAP.
Yeah.
11% of the metros is on SNAP, right? 45% is on Obamacare. That's nationwide.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Versus 34%, which is not. The 45%, guess who they are?
Who they are, Al?
MAGA. 45% MAGA. The other 34%, is people like you and I, independent or whatever it may be. But you got 45% of MAGA. So where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
They learning now. They seeing the effects
Are
of
you
that.
sure? I want to ask that question. Are you sure? Because we had an opportunity, right, to put intelligent Kamala Harris in the White House. Intelligent. Now we got a man that take a memory test, and he have the audacity to say these two ladies have very low IQ. But you took a memory test, right, where you have to draw a clock.
He drew a clock?
Yeah, I think he got the time wrong on the clock. They told him, hey, show me what a donkey at or the horse at. He pointing at the elephant.
It's your president, bro.
But you said, hey, I took this test and they said I was good. Man.
Yeah, when they say he took the IQ test. That's what we've been saying.
Darryl, a memory test.
A memory test. Come on, man, get out of here.
The only thing he had to do was draw a clock and say 9 o'clock. He said 3.
It's crazy, man.
Oh.
It's crazy.
But you got the audacity to talk about their IQ. He talked about OC, and he talked about Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, Jasmine Crockett, yeah.
Now, what is it?
He intimidated by that, man.
Any type of woman say anything, he get intimidated.
He intimidated. He don't like that, so he gotta reach. He gotta try to get all them people behind him. It's a cult now. He try to get his cult behind him, and that's why he do that. He attack him because they got progress and they making motion. He don't like that, so to try to stop that, and not only that, when he say something, then the other people in Congress, they open their mouth and say something. They like to come to his defense. And that's the problem. Like, he could say whatever he said when he was running. He would say, I could stand in the middle of New York and shoot somebody dead in the head and I wouldn't go to jail. And he right. He could get away with it. He could do whatever he want because the Congress is allowing him to have this authority, which he don't have. Well, he don't have no authority over no money.
Why, Darryl? Why?
They're afraid.
You know what? Back in 20.
Yeah.
When the COVID came along and all that right there, the economy, it caught a disease. Economy caught a disease. Now, guess what? He is the disease.
He is a disease. Yeah,
he is,
I agree with that.
Yeah, he is the disease.
That man's screwing everybody. Now he brought them tariffs from China down, but the tariffs, the farmers going through it. He gave that money to Argentina. Argentina turned around and sold the soybeans to China for dirt cheap.
Right. And what is this? He's trying to bail out everybody, right? But then you want to stop people from getting their checks. You want to stop people from getting assistance with their food. You want to stop people. I mean, just. What systems?
And they find people doing a government shutdown, which is illegal. He can't even do that. That's crazy, man.
Stop them right
yeah,
there,
like
right?
you're doing things just to do things and see what you can get away with.
Right.
That's foul, man. No American person should have that to deal with. We got enough things to deal with anyway.
Right. It's believe me, it's enough going on in the world where you can do away with all that nonsense.
Yeah. All he had to do, they done released the Speaker of the House that told the Republicans to stay home. They've been out for what, 4, 5, going on 5 weeks? Yeah. That's ridiculous. They're supposed to be in there. He should have told them, y'all stay in here and figure this out.
Well, know why I tell them to stay home, right? So they don't have to meet. Okay, it's like this right here. If they say, okay, the Democrats say, okay, this right here, you've lied to them so much, then what make you think that they're gonna believe you? You lied to them so much, right? So this thing right here, is really crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy,
Hey,
man.
open
People,
up the government,
people
man,
suffering,
you know,
and not only people, kids. That's not benefits. Support them kids, disabled people, military people, older people that retired that really need this money, man.
Right.
And that's
Right.
foul. Like you go shut
Right.
that down for what? To
Right.
prove a point?
Coming up in this world right now, kids right now, coming up in this world right here, I hope they're paying attention to everything that's going on, because really they can't take this history away. They're trying to take some stuff away, right? But these kids see this.
They see
here.
that. Yeah,
They see this right here.
You
So they
can't erase
take
that.
this. They can't erase this right here.
Yeah.
They can't erase this right here because this is crazy. This is nonsense.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. So. Bro, I'm just gonna tell everybody, man, keep praying.
Keep praying, and
keep
if
praying,
y'all
keep
go out
praying.
there, make donations to
Yeah.
food banks if
Yeah.
you have it, send them
Yeah.
canned goods, because a lot of people out here suffering, man.
Yeah,
They said
exactly.
even federal workers are in line getting
Right.
getting this food,
Right.
and I feel sorry for like the TSA workers,
Right.
They going to work and not getting paid now, man.
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, my plan, I talked to my wife. I plan on putting some boxes together, right?
Yeah.
And making sure somebody that's in need of it. And if you are in the comments and you in need of some food, drop it in the comment section. Let us know, because that's my plan.
Yeah.
I plan on helping somebody out there.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
man. It's just, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, So, bro, as we get ready to wrap this thing up, once again, it's been beautiful. And I want to tell you people, you see what's going on. You got a chance to right this ship in a year from now. What will you do? If for now it's the midterm votes, right? It's November the 4th, 2026. You got a chance to right the ship.
Yeah, they gonna have to. Right. We gotta do something. That's too crazy now.
So, Darryl, I want to ask you a question, right? Coming up on this midterm in a year from now,
Yeah.
what can people do to familiarize themselves with the candidates, with the laws, with everything like that?
Hey, look, I tell everybody, I tell you this all the time. You don't know something? Go to Google. Whoever running, no matter what, Republican, Democratic, don't matter. Go. You could look them up. See what they did before this. See who they helped. What kind of laws they voted for. What kind of laws they voted against. And I would tremendously do this all the time. And another big thing also, you had talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Find out where they're getting their donations from. Is it from people like us, the little $5, $10, $25, or it's from these big corporations? Because once them corporations get in the pockets, that changed a lot,
It's
man.
behind the scenes,
Yes.
and that's what's going on now. The corporations really, and they get in there and they get in the pockets. They say, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But everybody knows something behind it.
It's something behind everything. So
It's
I
not
would
free.
say do your research for everything. Study the people and learn who you voting for, because that vote counts. If it didn't, our votes didn't count.
Right.
They wouldn't try so hard to take it away
Yeah,
and
thank you.
put all these barriers
Thank
in the
you.
way for
Right.
it. So y'all people that think your vote don't count, they do. They do. Y'all definitely on everything. You need to research. You need to check into that, and you need to vote, because that's important. If it wasn't important, they wouldn't try to stop you from voting. So think about that.
And how can you have a voice if you don't vote? You cannot have a voice if you don't vote, right? We had people that died for the right to vote, right? So guess what you need to do? You need to vote, right? You having things that's going on now, but you didn't vote, but you want to cry about it.
Yeah. You can't.
Ain't cry about it.
Remember your mouth at the time. You can't say
Hey,
nothing.
that's what I'm saying. Guess what? Right? A closed mouth ain't gonna get fed unless you open it up
man.
and put something in it.
You
right?
was doing good till
I was
now,
good,
man.
man.
Hey, look,
man,
hey,
you
look.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, look, y'all.
Well, I want to make sure, man, that the people do understand, like, that we're facing something, historically, and the only thing we need to do is right.
Of course. Hey, look, thank y'all for tuning in today, man. We need y'all in them comments. We need y'all to hit that like button and subscribe. Even if you don't watch us every day, still subscribe. You can go back and watch it later. We need that. And get in them comments, because this is what we're going to need to do. Hey, look, the first person on this episode to get in them comments first, and you have something to say, anything, you'll get one of these. We'll send you. We'll mail it to your house. You'll get one of these tumblers. How you like that? Huh?
Okay.
All right.
I like that. Hey, once again, Inside the Real Room Podcast, my man, Darryl.
My man Al. We out, baby. Peace.